Hey, Jason, hop on up. Link, sir. Oh, I got to turn my other one off. Can you hear me, Jason? Yeah, I'm on two computers. Hang on, I gotta get the other one. Okay, hopefully that did the trick. Is the echo gone? Yeah, that's what I was doing. Turning the sound off on the other one. Hey, John, how you doing? I was bored. I can't run my trains because I'm working in the area down there. I got to get pour some hydrocal this morning sometime. You must be on vacation. Well, yeah, you would be on vacation. Work for the school system, so. Plus, you're on Central Time. John and I are on Eastern, so half the day's gone. You need to get out of bed, Jason, and get working on that railroad. I'm getting ready to pour some hydrocal on my lift out section here. And over here at the meatpacking plant. Yesterday I went through and weathered all my track that I hadn't weathered yet. Tree Man, Mr. Woody. Good to see you, Rick. You know, I was telling somebody, probably Jason, yeah, it was Jason, that you will forever be Mr. Woody now. Could be worse. fixing up my little sanding tower. Very little. It's one of the things I got out of a box from 30 years ago. Yeah. To infinity and beyond. I bought some of these microengineering girders, God, 6-8 months ago, and don't know what for. I just bought them. So I've been. They come 8 sections to this pack, so it builds. 8 sections of a pack. So it builds 4 80-foot girders, 85-foot girders. Bullseye of the pony. I really need a new computer out here because this little Surface Pro just doesn't have the graphics capability. Because I've got 2 other cameras hooked up on minicam, and if I start switching around on it, they get locked up pretty quick. I'll run a quick tour. This is my Fairview Avenue station view with the back of Pepperidge Farm Bakery and a Burlington bi-level commuter cars. I've got to repaint because these are Amtrak. You can't. I got to repaint them silver and decal. The decals, I just don't have a airbrush yet. So, like someone got for Christmas, Rick. And there's the Cicero engine shed servicing facility. Looking down into the freight yard on kind of in the center. 2 main lines go underneath. And when you're standing, where I'm standing now, below here is Union Station, where my passenger cars are. I got to build the station yet. It's one of the last things I got to do. But back here is the Illinois Central Freight Yard Van Buren Street Station in Chicago that most people don't know even exists because it sits down, and as you're driving along Michigan Avenue or Columbus Avenue or Lakeshore Drive, you can't even see it. So this is kind of, it's actually Columbus Avenue, but it's Lakeshore Drive for me. And so I've got some trackside flats from Angie's trackside flats that go on this divider. I had during operations, I'm making the divider comes off. Okay. Real yard. And but I got these trackside flats. And the problem is that the description and the pictures are not accurate on the listing on eBay. I got the 4-pack, which was this 4-pack, right? But the pictures show another story on this building and nothing, no storefronts. Likewise, this one had another stories. 2 others, guess what? They came in with the same. And of course, I wrote the seller, Angie's Tracks. So I gave him a negative. Okay, audio's breaking up. Manicam takes up so much of the bandwidth, and it just so multiple on the stream, and then my another camera. It to a point. They're just the cheap Logitech. Under certain light at certain Okay, I'm back. Ta-da! Any better? Anybody still there? Much better. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, it's because minicam um, takes up so much graphics that the Surface Pro can't handle it. So when I delete uh, minicam, then I'm good to go. Go figure. Now the audio still may be an issue. I don't know. But anyway, that's my story on Angie's trackside flats. I mean, they're nice for flats, reasonably priced, but when you order something and it doesn't come in as pictured and described, that's kind of a problem, at least for me. I'll take a less. I'll imitate Tom's from Tom's Trains and Things. My rant. That's my rant. That and Samsung. Don't buy a Samsung refrigerator. They don't stand behind their product. That's a whole nother problem. Yeah, Rick. Mine doesn't have anything to do with the USB cables. All right. It's just the computer can't handle it. So my other computer can handle it, but it's in the other room. And I could bring it out here, but it's not what I want for out here either. I'm going to swing this other camera around. Okay. I've got a 47-inch LG TV that I've got hooked up as a monitor. And at some point, my JMR panel Pro will show the layout up there for operations and how the switches are thrown. Over here at the desk, kind of the dispatcher area, but it's actually just the desk. I want a fold-up mount for a touch screen so that I can throw the switches by touch or off of my controllers. So that's kind of the game plan. I've been working on this area down here. This is called the Cicero Engine House, the servicing facility. This area over here is the Fairview Avenue, Downers Grove, outside Chicago area, kind of where I grew up. Except the lumberyard is actually over there in real life. But on my railroad, that's going to be a farm scene behind the monitor. So anyway, that's what I got here going on. I put my flip face in here. I got some hydrocal plaster to go work, and then I got a scenic it. There's a divider here between the two that I'll have some puff trees and some real trees, so to speak. And there'll be a divider across the mount, the accessory mounts there to kind of hide a lot of that as well. these things here are 20, 30 years old. They're just placeholders. They're not going to be on the railroad when it's all said and done. I want to get some of Jason, what's the guy's name? Pittsburgh, Nick's flats. They go on the back side of this divider. So, and you say, well, why you can't see it? Well, yeah, you can, because I've got a mini cam that I can put on the nose of one of my Burlingtons or even the Santa Fe Jeeps, because the Jeep's got most of the Jeeps, GP7s and 9s have the high nose, but and SDs, whatever. But anyway, the low nose, I could take the little camera, I'll go get it. Thanks, John. The little these little cameras. I bought it to wear when I walk my dog, because my dog and I have been attacked by unrestrained dogs in the neighborhood more times than I can count. But it wasn't real reliable for that, so I got rid of this and just got a police body cam. But this thing works perfectly on the nose of a locomotive. And none of my cameras are now. If I had the engine shed back on, you'd be able to see. But heck, even my little Plymouth switcher, a little double-sided tape, or I like the Blue Tack Loctite. If you guys haven't tried this stuff, it comes in real handy. As I find it, it's in this drawer. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. This Loctite. You peel off a little bit. It's tacky. It stays tacky. And I can just set this camera on the locomotive, and it's short enough it'll clear everything as it goes around the layout. So when you see a cab ride, that's how I'm doing it. And I just pull the car, or I hook the camera up to the computer and download it. So it's not live, but it does the trick. It works. So I'd love to have a Wi-Fi one. Put it on a flat car or something. But this works for all intents and purposes. This back. Any of you guys have a BLI locomotive, steamer? I've got one. I've ridden. I ran it 3 times before it blew the motor control in the decoder the first time. All right. 13 weeks later, got it back. Ran it 5 times before it blew the motor controller again. All right. I'm livid. I'll never get a BLI steam locomotive again. I know Sparky had a similar issue with his big boy. All right. I think he's going to end up putting a new decoder in it, a different decoder. And I may end up doing something similar, putting the Soundtrack Tsunami 2 in it. Although I looked, and they don't show one that matches up to that engine on their website. Jason, are you still on? Did Jason leave? Oh, hell, he's down in the basement. I didn't even see it. Duh.
What's up? I was
There
wondering.
you are. I'm sorry, Jason. I didn't see you down there.
It's okay. I was wondering when you're going to bring me up. So,
hey, here's a project for you. Check out, see if there's a Tsunami 2 for BLI steam locomotive.
You could put in the new. It's called I think it's Big Sound is what they call it. It's a TSU 2200, and that will go in the BLI tender.
Oh, cool. All BLI tenders, you think?
Yeah, any type of steam locomotive. It's not like it's not a board. It's Give me a second. I'll show you what it looks like. Because I've got one for another locomotive.
Rick. You're just afraid he's going to lift his leg on you. Oh, my new T-shirt. Now I don't have to blame Heath every day.
Looks like one of these.
Yeah, okay. That has the same kind of setup as a Digitrax decoder.
Steve, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You not hear me?
I don't know if he can hear me or not.
Can anybody else hear me?
Either that or Steve's gone quiet. See his camera working, but I don't see Steve.
Am I not there? So you guys can hear. Jason just can't hear me.
Oh, I barely hear you, Steve. Barely. Make sure my volume's all the way up. Should be. Yeah, my volume's all the way up.
Mine's showing okay. And it tests okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna come right back. I don't know. It could have been my phone. Someone tried calling me. Let me come right back.
Okay. Good one, Rick. Good. Thanks, Dan. I get paranoid because I know I have issues with this setup. All right. Is he back in the basement?
All right. I can hear you a lot better now. I don't know if it was because someone tried calling me, but this is what the decoder looks like.
Yeah. Does it have unpluggable wiring harnesses on each side?
Yes.
Okay, just like a Digitrax decoder then.
Yes, you just have to kind of cut the I guess the shield. Yeah, the wrap a little bit to get to it.
Okay.
And you can even add a current keeper to it as well. It's got the plug for that.
Okay. Well, those steam locomotives have enough power pickups. You shouldn't have to add a current keeper or keep alive.
Well, you would think.
And I've been going back and electrifying my frogs, starting with the number 8s, and now I'm doing number 6s. I don't think I'll even do number 4s because that little Plymouth switcher of mine goes right over those, no problem.
Well, I was having issues with my Broadway Limited Switcher 1500.
Uh-huh.
And they did get with me as far as how I need to, I guess, solder in the keep alive or current keeper or whatever they call them these
Right.
days.
Yeah. They're
I know.
capacitors.
Yeah, Soundtracks calls it one thing, and
Yeah.
everybody else calls it something else.
I call it what it is, a capacitor. Or a
That, that,
series of
that's
capacitors.
that's all it is. And so that's one of the things I might try to do a little later today is I got some capacitors in from Soundtracks to put in that one. But right now, my main
I'll see
do
what
what?
happens. I'll see what happens with my BLI when I get it back the second time. See how long it lasts. But I've got a PM42 on the layout, so I shouldn't be blowing decoders when a train derails or hits a switch wrong. So, I mean, I'm not blowing. I got 16 other locomotives I'm not blowing decoders on. So,
I will tell you, like Broadway Limited has really, really nice features in their stuff, but man, their decoders are so finicky.
oh yeah,
And then I don't, and I guess I could get in touch with George at Soundtracks because I've got his cell phone number. I just don't know if you put a Soundtracks decoder in a Broadway Limited, how are you going to be able to use the function of the smoke box?
well, it should just be one of the CVs. I may have to wire it a little different.
But that's what I'm saying. Because I know like the decoder's got like 8 lighting functions, but can you use one of those to turn the smoke, on and off? I would assume so,
Well,
but I'm
sure
not
you can.
100 on it.
I wire my E9s. I got Digitrax decoders in my E9s, and I wire the Mars light into the F3 function. I just change the CVs over, and it works fine. The only thing is, when you turn the Mars light on or off, you get a coupling uncoupling sound too. But hey,
Well, what I did on my SD45T-2, my Bicentennial, it's got 2 sets of headlights. One is supposed to be, stationary, and then the other one's a Mars. And I wired one of them up to the FX3, and then wired the other one up just to the standard, headlight wire. And then I went in function mapped for the FX3 to turn on when the the headlights turned on.
Yes, yeah, and that's basically the exact same thing I did with my F9s. I've done that to my Jeeps too, my GP35s, my SD45s.
Yeah.
The exact same thing you're talking about.
But no, I'm doing a little bit of painting.
I see that.
Amanda did the individual bricks, different colors.
Wow.
It looks a lot better. Well,
what kit is it?
Do what?
Which kit is that?
This is the Walder's Heritage Furniture Backdrop Kit. They have
that big long one?
Which one?
Is that big long one?
No, it's the one where the box cars kind of go under the building a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I think I've seen that. Hey, Heath. We were talking about you earlier.
Yep, it's all his fault.
Yeah, I went through on my meatpacking plant and first of all I used some washes to dull it down. I used a gray wash, and then a first whitewash, gray wash, black wash on it. I dulled everything down. And then I came back and individually hit some different bricks with an off red, a brown, a gray throughout the building. It just adds that, like you're talking about, sense of interest to it.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of the older buildings were done that way. You know. I mean, they couldn't mass produce bricks back then like they can now. And, you know, sometimes in the orders, they'll have like, you know, several 100,000 bricks, and 50,000 of them might be this hue of a color, and another 50,000 might be that hue of a color. And so instead of having it to where part of the building's this hue, part of the building's that hue, they would just kind of mix it in.
Yeah. But you get the stacks of bricks, and it would be all different ones.
Right.
In the stack. My brother's house down in outside of Dallas-Fort Worth is made from bricks salvaged from the Chicago fire. Apparently, they dumped all the bricks into a pit. And then in the 80s or 90s, somebody up there decided, hey, I want this land, but I got all these bricks. I'm gonna harvest these bricks and sell them off. Well, there's still soot on some of these bricks.
That's cool. That gives it like a character.
Who's the Ray character? Yeah, you'd have the whole STS crew and me. I'm Ray's substitute till he gets here. How's that?
Man, that's mighty big shoes to fill.
Literally, I've never met him. Although I've got a size 12, so
that's bigger than my foot.
Hey Rick, can you see my 200-foot Central Valley Bridge?
I think he was asking if that was a Central Valley earlier.
Yeah, that's the same one he's got.
Is yours a double?
Yes, it is. No, I don't. Well, I might trip a lot, but they're so big, I keep my balance, Heath. Originally, Rick, I had it. There is a drop-in section here that spans this between the meat packing plant and the grain elevator. All right, there's a drop-in there. It's my harbor seam, and originally the bridge just sat on it. All right, it was actually mounted to it. You take it, but it was a royal pain in the ass to take out and put in. So I took it off, and then if you notice, there's a sheet of thin plywood underneath the bridge and 2 aluminum channels here. All right, and then just a little eyeball up there and chain to hold it up. And now, it simply lays down, and it's kind of grooved under here. Over here, it's grooved out, so it sits down and the tracks align. Now, I've got rail joiners that I can slide, but I really don't need them if I just watch how I set the bridge. So the one thing I have some issues with is a couple of my cross members have come loose. One of them's warped. Two of them are warped pretty bad. But now it's easy. You know, I can be running trains in minutes. I just close this up. Then I got a latch under here. Well, the problem is my lift out sections, I'm getting ready to pour some hydrocal in these areas here and here. So there's two tracks that I have to put into place. They're sitting there. I just have to put them in place to actually run it. I set the bridge down. How did I attach the bridge? Oh, there's two 50-foot sections, 50 scale foot sections on each side of the bridge that sit on the couch bridge abutments. I think I talked to you about that before. On the harbor, they're still on the harbor scene. But anyway, so they're attached and soldered. The track is soldered, and then it is ballasted. And then those 50-foot sections are on plywood. So they're really attached by the rails. And then those are just screwed down through with self-tapping aluminum screws into the channel, into that aluminum channel on the underside of the plywood. Yeah, younger Steve on live. Does that answer your questions, Rick?
I'll take it.
You probably hear my kiddo in the background. I had him helping me paint yesterday, and I'm having to do a lot of touch-ups. But he did a good job overall.
This one side over here is hinged, Rick.
Okay, thank you.
Let me get you a view underneath it. All right, so those 50-foot sections are the track is on plywood with just the girders here mounted to the plywood. Then that section, that plywood section of 50-foot girder, is screwed into the long section of plywood in two spots. Same thing down here, but then there's another board that comes across. Another board that comes across here where it's hinged. Okay. Then the channels are the self-tapping screws through the plywood, not the bridge, into here. So the actual bridge itself, the Central Valley Bridge, is not attached other than the rails being soldered to the both 50-foot sections. Does that make sense? No, it's not glued. The rails on the two 50-foot sections are glued to that plywood and ballasted down. So there's nothing holding it. I mean, you can physically take the girder section off if you want. Yeah, that's basically it, Rick. You know, those two end sections, they're held down. All right. The bridge itself is, the rails are soldered. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 solder joints holding the bridge. And it's not going anywhere downward because you got that plywood sheet underneath it. But that is just for support for the other side more than anything else, and to help with alignment. The best bridge install I think I've seen is John's. Using it wouldn't work for me here though, because that's a main passage in and out of the house to the back to the koi pond. Oh, John, you're the one should be thanked. That's awesome. I never even dreamed of doing that. I've used drawer slides for a lot of things over the years. I never even thought of using it as a pass through. Yeah.
You talking about John's lift bridge?
Yeah.
Or the quad? Yeah, that thing. Yeah, it's really neat.
Schools are not in session, Heath. That's why Jason's not at work.
Well, I don't work at a school. I work at a library, and they're open, but it's just much easier for me to take 3 days of vacation, and I'm off for like a week and a half because of holidays.
I thought you were a network administrator for the school system.
No, I'm a network admin for a public library system.
Okay. I was close. I had it half right.
Yeah. A lot of people like Microsoft, kind of treats us as a school. So, like when we get our licensing and stuff, we get the educational licensing, which is awesome.
Yeah. And that goes to employees too, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, no. I wish it did.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't go to us.
The company I work for, we got free Microsoft Office, right, for our personal use.
It's funny. It's like because of how we are, we are a county system, so we are operated off of, county millage. Microsoft sees us as educational because we're a library, which libraries are a form of education or educational centers. But Google, on the other hand, sees us as government.
Huh.
So, which we have Google Suites, and so that's what we use instead of Microsoft Office. But we get the government pricing, which is just like it's just like a couple of dollars more per user per month than what Microsoft would have charged.
Yeah.
So,
Huh.
but if we would have qualified for Google's educational pricing, it would have been cheaper than Microsoft.
Okay.
I'm about
Now, it's for probably the price for as long as you work for that company. That's the way ours was, that free version. We got free for as long as you work for the company. And by the way, Steve, you said you were off since, when was it? Since last Thursday? I got you all beat. I've been off since June 27th, 2015. Yeah. Yay, me.
Hey, retirement don't count, all right? That just means you have a honey-do list that you have to constantly do at home.
When we bought this house and moved in January 2017. All right, moved to Florida and bought this house. I told my wife, "You got 1 year. Okay, anything you want done in the house, let me know. We'll do it. All right, but at the end of 1 year, I'm done. Then it's my turn to start playing." So I did for a year and a half. Did nothing but honey-do list for my wife, doing different things. And at the end of that period of time, I started on the backyard in my koi pond, which that's my koi pond.
Oh, that's nice. Now you just need to build a train bridge to go over that.
No. Let me tell you why not. Koi and electricity do not go well together. Even very small amps, milliamps, will twist and kink the back of the fish. And my koi are show quality koi.
Gotcha.
And are not cheap. Is Scott here? Hey, Scott. All right. Alexa, cows on.
Okay.
Your sheep have nothing on me anymore, Jason.
I got cows too.
Alexa, pigs on.
Okay.
You got pigs?
No, I don't have pigs. Now, but the question is can yours move down the track, or is yours just stationary?
Well, in this room, does it matter?
Well, it would if you got, your stock cars on one side of the room, and
What if your stock car is empty?
well, then I'd disable the sound.
Oh. No, I mounted my boards and speakers right underneath my stockyard and packing plant.
Yeah, that would be good to do there. I'm
Hey.
I am nowhere near ready to put my stockyard up because it's going to go on level 3. So I still got a ways to go before I'm there.
I do have a farm scene that'll be going over here behind the computer desk. with a loading pin, a barn, a silo, a loading pin, and then a bunch of cows roaming around.
Did you see the barns that that Nick PGH train, or is it PGH Train Fanatic? Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the tobacco advertisement on it.
Well, he's got several.
Oh, it's in HO? I only saw
Yes.
one.
Yes, he's got several different ones in HO.
Okay.
You have to go to his actual website. If you went to his eBay
That's where I
store.
was. No, I went to his website.
Okay. Yeah, he had like 3 or 4.
You see the divider here? I'm going to get some of his, the industrial flats
Yes.
to put on the back. To put on the back side,
Mm-hmm.
so that because back here is a rail yard. All right. So
that's cool.
When I use my little mini cam for cab rides, you'll come in and you just won't see the back side of a divider. You'll see. Yeah, I'll post it. Lee, you're welcome to come on up. Did not post? Yeah, I posted. Okay.
Dave, it sounds like you got a party going on over there.
That's the cows and the pigs. Alexa, cows off.
Okay.
Alexa, pigs off.
Okay.
That's pretty cool that you got Alexa involved in it.
You know, I bought this Alexa thing for my wife, and
According to an Alexa Answers contributor,
Alexa
Hawaii is a
cancel.
state of the canceling.
But she didn't use it. She said, "Here, you can have it." I go, "Well, what am I going to do with it?" So I bought some smart plugs. And they came in a 4-pack.
Oh, cool.
And the first one I put on was for the train set itself, so I can turn everything on and off on the train set through. I'm not going to say her name, just because. And Lee, I sent the links posted, Lee, if you wanted to come up. Anyway, or anybody else for that matter. So I had 3 of them still sitting around. So when I got from CMR Products, Scott, when I got these boards, I just put them on 2 different. I almost put them on the same one and just was going to have the command of animals, but I wanted the versatility of having either cows or pigs or both. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I still got one smart plug left when I figure out what I want to do with it.
Well, I did put in a suggestion to Soundtracks about revamping their sound card to see if they can add, pigs and horses and possibly poultry as well.
Poultry might
And
not be.
so it's on their, not necessarily their design table, but their idea
right.
backboard, I guess you would say. But they go after what's mostly requested. And it seems like they'll, if you request things through them, they're more apt to listen in Facebook than their YouTube channel.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But if you do any type of installs or stuff on your own, you can contact them, and if you do a video on it, and if you contact them, they might share your stuff if they like it. And that helped me at the very beginning, get like a bunch of subscribers.
You can do sound projects using JMRI to almost any decoder if you wanted. That's my understanding anyway. I've got the software. I've never done it.
What is that with JMRI?
Where you can load sound projects.
Not. I don't think so.
Hang on.
Not. I know, like with ESU, you can upload custom sounds with ESU Lock Sound, but you have to have.
There's a sound loader module off of JMRI. It's a separate icon. I think it's off of JMRI. I don't know where else I would have got it, except maybe Digitrax.
I wonder which decoders that would be compatible for.
Hang on a second. I'm going to open it up. If I lose y'all, you'll know why. Yeah, I've got SoundLoader 2.0. It doesn't say what it's connected to. But I'm going to say that it's connected to JMRI because that's the only thing I have connected to my programming track.
The
problem with ESU decoders is you have to use their proprietary
their programmer. Yeah.
Now,
and I will tell you, the sound that comes off of ESU, the factory, if it's like factory stuff, like Walders or Scale Trains, their volumes and their sound clips are also jacked.
How do I get rid of the link showing?
Delete it.
What you need to do is scroll back up in your chat and click on that. It's like you clicked on your own comment, or you can click on somebody else's comment. There you go.
Hello.
What's up, Lee?
Hello. I wasn't even in the loft. I've only just finished my new lighting. So you'll have to bear with me a minute. I'm just still setting up. How's everyone?
Good, Lee. Well, I'm trying, but I'm not seeing how to do it.
I'm a lot happier now. Look at the lighting now, Stay. My lighting looks a lot.
There
I recognise that beard. It's Jason.
Yeah.
Can't miss that beard, Jason.
It's nice being able to see it now, isn't it, Lee?
What's that?
Hey, bye, Heath. It's nice to be able to see up in your loft now, is it not?
Yeah, it was dark and dingy.
It was like me when I added these lights a couple weeks ago. Boom.
I've got I'm loving the new lights. I had problems. I had issues when I first done it. A couple of attempts. I finished one installment. I've got to do the second video shortly for the second installment. But I'll get there in the end. So I thought I seen you was on, and I thought I grabbed the laptop and come straight. I brought the laptop up. So I'm not
Later,
even
Rick.
working. I'm not even working on anything because I was working on the lighting. I now can get stuff done on it. I can start working on the layout. It took me
That's
long
like me.
enough.
I go in spurts on my tips of the day. I might do 3 or 4 in one day and then not do any for 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I'm not working. I'm just doing the same stuff I've already done tips of the day on.
Yeah, I've got all the track to clean now. I need to clean track, but I'm not looking forward to that. I've got it running. I've got one leaf running. It should be running. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see what loco will get out.
Lee, you're what, double O gauge?
Yeah. HO in your eyes.
Have you looked into the CMX cleaning car?
I'm already onto it, Jason. But I've got to clean
Yeah.
the track fit. I've got to clean the track first so I can get a loco to pull it round.
I actually use it to push it.
Have you? I'll look into that.
Yeah, I don't pull, I push, so that way the locomotive's running on fresh, clean track. And it actually helps cleans the locomotive's wheels too.
I will look into that.
Yeah,
It's a
true.
massive layout.
Especially-
It's 20. It's 26
Jason, is there any
foot my layout.
Any restriction on the type of fluid you use in it?
I just use denatured alcohol.
Problem I've
'Cause I
got
like to
an
use-
IPA here is like rockin' horse shit.
It's not IPA. It's very similar to paint thinner.
Is it a bit like Gugom then?
Do what, Lee?
Is it a bit like Gugom?
No, it's not Googling.
I quite
I mean,
like that Gugom.
You can
I just
go
buy 100.
buy it like in a big jug. I mean, it's just denatured alcohol. They say it's also known as like clean burning fuel.
Yeah.
It's lamp fuel.
Yeah.
I'm not looking. I've got to redo. I should show
But
you
not
church
lamp
scene. I
oil.
don't think you've seen this church scene. I've got the church that lights up on my layout. My church lights up. I've set the camera up in the wrong place. I'm trying to see if there's something I can work on. Because I've been working on lighting. You know the way it is when you work on lighting, you don't know what to work on next. What are you working on there, Jason?
I'm working on a building kit and I'm just getting it painted before I glue it together.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it with
As long as you don't paint where you got to glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Well, what I do is I scrape off. Like I spray painted the base coat, but when I find out where I need the glue to go, I'll scrape it off with my hobby knife.
Yep, hobby knife works wonders. Hobby knife works wonders. Hello, Rick Bailey. Oh no, it's a tree. That live was just classic. That though, Jason, with where Rick was the tree.
Yeah, Mr. Woody.
Yeah, Mr. Woody. That's what I like about the American streams. He can be hilarious.
Amanda's over here begging.
Came on.
Amanda's over here begging, no Mr. Woody, no tree.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no,
That was
Mr.
the
Trey.
best. That was the best live stream ever.
Yeah. I just can't wait. Hopefully get more cameras. I'm going for another 3 cameras eventually.
Steve, I will tell you, when we did that live, I had a hard time holding my composure at the very beginning because Rick showed us what he looked like literally 2 minutes before we went live.
So you're still laughing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because the rest of us laughed for the hour plus of the live stream.
And I mean, Ray almost fell out of the chair when he saw it.
What can I do? I'm gonna find something today. Or I may use the camera somewhere on the layout. At least I've sorted my baseboard. They had a baseboard that was warped as well. I could see it, it didn't have good light in here. I couldn't see the warping of it. And I've just finished uprighting it. I've just now got to start cleaning track. I'm looking at it and thinking, I need a clean.
Lee, what part of England are you in?
Not far from Liverpool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not.
I've been over to Manchester a couple times. I
Yeah,
got a really close friend in Bury, north of Manchester.
Yeah, I'm not far from Manchester. I'm about an hour from Manchester.
Oh, it's spitting distance here in the U.S.
Yeah, exactly. It is spitting distance. I thought I'll jump on because this is going to be the first time I've been in anyone's stream with my new lighting done. My head's not done. It's done.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't look like you're sitting in the shadows anymore.
No, I'm not. That light. I've got that LED plate light with 3 spotties on it. I've got a spotty behind it, but the way I've done it, I can actually turn that spotty off and turn it back on. I've got it on and off switch.
Is that door shut, Amanda?
Yes.
Will you tell him to stop?
Hi, Amanda.
Did you tell Amanda hi? Is that what you said?
I did.
Oh, Steve says hi, Amanda.
Hi, Steve. Good morning.
Okay.
It's almost afternoon there.
Oh.
He's over in Florida.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And then we got Lee over
in sunny, warm Florida, where it's supposed to have a high of 85 today.
Lee, what time is it over there?
Bear with me.
6 hours difference from you, so it'd be
4 o'clock
in the afternoon.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I thought it
afternoon.
was 6.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. 4
Alright.
o'clock.
4 o'clock. Okay.
I was in the loft. I was planning doing some stuff, but I thought jump in. I'd probably end up doing something now. I'm gonna sort myself out and probably look at doing something. I don't know what yet.
England and Europe's easy to figure out. It's trying
Yeah,
to deal with
it
the time difference between like Australia or Asia.
Oh,
Yeah,
You're
man,
not
it's
just
like,
dealing in hours, you're dealing in days.
well,
Yeah.
not just that, but it's like when we do our daylight savings time, they do theirs too. So it's like if we spring forward, they fall back, and then when we fall back, they spring forward, and it just gets really messed up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so this is where I'm at right now with this one. This is the front. It's kind of like I need to have my camera a little farther away. I'm gonna see if I can angle it up a little bit. Ooh.
Yeah, it does. It looks a bit close there, Jason.
So you've got a siding that's going to go underneath there, right?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll show you kind of how it looks. There we go.
The cord is stretched.
Oh, now we can see. Now I can see your face, Jason.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so this.
You know I'm only messing with you, mate.
Ah!
My ugly mug. I get it. Okay.
I didn't weren't gonna say that, Jason.
Amanda would. All right, so this is the side right here.
Oh, that's a nice building. What type of kit's that then?
It's
Okay,
a Walden's
yeah.
cornerstone.
I thought it was a Walters because you have a lot of the
Yeah.
Walters kits, don't you?
So where the red door is, that's an 18-wheeler truck bay, and then the
Right.
box cars actually slide under the window on the second floor.
Did they give you a
Nice.
dock seal for that door?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily a seal because it's a furniture company. It's not like perishables where it's refrigerated. Typically, that's where your dock seals come in is when they're dealing with refrigerated type stuff.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
You had 'em
I'm gonna put
on-
my hand
wow.
somewhere and see what
The distribution centers I managed were all food distribution centers.
Mm-hmm.
Every door had dock seals. So,
Yeah. Well, I don't think this one you necessarily have to worry about the elements getting to the doors because, like I said, the door is up under. I'm gonna go grab the box and show it to you real quick.
Oh, the door's under a canopy?
So much fun. There we go. I'm gonna end up finishing off my Metcalf kit. I started putting them. That is nice.
So you see how the box car slides up under?
Yeah, but I was talking about the dock seal for the truck door.
No, it didn't come one with the truck door. It sure didn't. And there's actually one on each side. Like one side's supposed to be receiving and the other side's supposed to be shipping.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the boxcar bays are the same way. And it looks like I can fit possibly two 50-footers in there. So
Cool.
definitely two 40s. I don't think I could get two 60s, but I mean, that's how wide you're talking
Benton
about.
Road. Doing
So-
great, Benton Road. How you doing?
So now what I got to do is paint the individual bricks like I did here.
Hello,
Well,
Benson
actually-
Road, Jack.
And
That's
I don't
cool.
have the chat up, so if anybody's coming in, hello. Because I'm on my phone, I can't have the chat.
Ah. How come you're on your phone? How come you're not on your? Is that how you usually end up being?
Well, I'm not at home. I'm actually in my camper. We're on vacation this week, and so I don't have Wi-Fi. So I'm on my cell phone signal.
Oh yeah.
Wow, Benton Road. That's two expensive hobbies.
Have you got the dogs with you as well, Jason?
Yep, the both dogs are with me. They're in bed asleep where they belong. Okay, well they're not asleep, but they're in bed where they belong.
I'm a penny girl. Come on. Here comes my puppy.
What kind of dog do you have?
She is half Irish setter and half Australian shepherd.
Oh, that's cool.
Hello, Chasco. Long time no see.
And all energy. Here, come here, Penny. What did I do with that? What did I do with those? Huh?
Well, I'll tell you, Great Danes have a lot of energy too.
Oh, well, our dog does what we've got.
Huh. I lost her treats.
What have you done? You put them down somewhere, probably, Steve.
Now, Steve, you can't lose the dog's treats. Come on now.
No, you can't. That's not. That's
It's okay. I got a whole jar of them. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this short because it's time for me to walk Penny.
No
Okay.
problem. I just thought I'd jump up for a bit, Steve.
Say what,
Yeah,
Lane?
same.
Thanks for letting us come up, Steve.
Oh, thanks for joining in, guys.
Yeah,
No
thanks, Steve.
problem. You'll have,
Steve,
to, you'll have to do more of them, Steve.
NS 5107, Chaz.
Yeah, no
Anybody else
problem.
that may be out there watching?
Yeah, you'll have to do another one at some point, Steve. Start doing them regular.
If I'm doing these, I'm not working on the railroad.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, when you're doing lives, you're not working on railroad.
I
You know,
am.
yeah, you are. You're young enough to multitask. I'm old.
I can work on the I can work on the layout and do streams as well.
Well, I don't want to hear it. I would have run trains. If I knew I was going live, I wouldn't have started on a hydrocal project.
Yeah, exactly. That looks good. That it does look good. That though.
I'll do a tip of the day on my hydrocal later. So anyway,
Now, is that-
I like your tip of the days.
Is your hydrocal? Is that, I guess, would be like the water resin stuff that you're using?
no. Hydrocal's just a form of plaster.
Oh, okay.
It's like plaster of Paris.
Speaking of, have y'all seen the TV commercial for Phil Swift's Flex Paste?
Yeah.
And he incorporates model railroading in it.
Yeah. That Flex Seal project, they incorporated for sealing fish ponds, koi ponds. They said you don't see that anymore. Stuff, the shit peels right off.
No, this one here, it was he actually showed them using it, I guess, as a form of sculptamold. And I thought it was ironic when I saw it for the first time yesterday.
I think you'd have a hard time carving it afterwards because it's not.
It was supposed to be a hard rubber.
Yeah, but you can't carve that stuff. Not you can chip it away, but carving it the way you want it would be a royal pain in the ass compared to sculpting mold or plaster.
I would think.
So, anyway, I gotta go, guys.
No problem. Thanks for the invite, Steve, and I'll see you in people's streams, mate.
Thank you all for showing up.
No
Yeah,
problem.
thanks for having us.
Take care.
Yeah.
Shut up. Bye.
I'll try to do
Bye.
another one later this week.
No
All right,
problem.
bye.
Do one when you're out. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.